Guys, Maverick Approach here. Got another one for you. Back at it. So, as you guys know, right now everybody's going crazy over these drones. We're gonna get into it. Make sure you guys share the live. Make sure you smash the like button. Share it if on your X. Share it if you're on YouTube. Helps the algorithm. But it's getting crazy, you guys. We're gonna jump right into it. I have a lot of information, and I've been down for a couple days and detoxing and whatnot. So I'm back. I'm back. But crazy times, you guys. And this whole drone thing is not what you think it is. You, for one, may think it's UFOs, or you think it's maybe some type of cover up, but it could be something way more nefarious, but way more practical. Jump on in here, you guys. I see you guys in the chat already. What up? What up? Appreciate it. Appreciate it, you guys. Thank you. I see you guys in the chat. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, this is what I found about these drones. So, first, let's go over kind of what's been happening. What's up? What's up? I see you guys in the chat. I see you guys. Fall on in. What up? Yeah, we're gonna talk about these drones, you guys, because it's not what you think it is. I did a deep dive on this. So first, let's go over kind of what's happening right now.
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I got to be honest here. You know, when this story first came out a few weeks ago, as a resident of New Jersey, as a journalist, I didn't pay it much credence. I thought it would turn out to be a bunch of pranksters and this would all be over by now. The experience I had last night, however, changed the way I feel about this story completely. What I saw was more sophisticated than I ever imagined. Take a look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 lights, 6 lights.
I didn't believe what I was seeing. But what was I seeing? We're here in central Jersey. We've been looking for the past hour. I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones. In fact, there's one over my shoulder right there. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky. If you look real close, they look like fixed-wing aircraft, about 8 to 10 feet wide, colorful, white blinking lights.
That is not a plane.
Definitely not an airplane, but what was it? Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones. Why do you think that is?
We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
Something they hadn't experienced until now. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer.
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat and they reported seeing 13 following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
I see one right here. Did I see the same thing that officer saw? I'm still not sure. What I can show you is this video. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before. Wow.
Okay, so they're telling us essentially that they don't know where these drones are coming from. They're 40 or 50 at a time. They're coming out of the water and everything else. So I would like to bring up some very interesting timing. Okay, you guys remember just a month ago, November 13th. If you remember November 13th, when the House of Representatives disclosed what is happening right now, essentially, right? So if you remember, just a month ago, they said that there was, um, aliens essentially that live at the bottom of the sea, and they've been here longer than us. You guys remember that? Isn't it weird how the the to the exact date, okay, exact date, they're telling us this, and then a month later this happens, right? So I'll bring this up right here. Here it is. You guys remember that? Says right here, unidentified anomalous phenomena. That was November 13th. Surprise, surprise, a month later. Now, if you remember, a month before this, October 13th, there were sightings, numerous sightings around Washington, D.C., where there was crash landings of UFOs or UAPs. All like every single, like everything around DC, as far as the roads, completely shut off. Now, why would they do that if it wasn't some type of serious situation? And I have a map of that. I'll see if I can find it. I'll just play you the actual video. But it's funny how every month to the date, there's some type of UFO activity, right? Now, it's pretty interesting that they did that, but and let me see. Actually, I'll go ahead and try to find the video for you guys real quick. It's actually on my. It might be on my Instagram. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Maverick Approach. If you don't follow me on there, I'll go ahead and play the video for you guys, just to refresh your memory because they'll throw so much at you guys. But here you go.
Me, the House of Representatives just announced a hearing on UFOs scheduled for November 13th, next week. Reports say the hearing is for unidentified anomalous phenomena, aka UFOs. They will have a witness list that includes a former Navy admiral. Now, this is coming off the heels of that summer of 2023 whistleblower saying that the Pentagon has been operating a secret UFO retrieval program. Now, all this is very interesting timing because if you guys remember, just last month in the DC area, there was numerous eyewitness reports of a UFO crashing. Now, here's a map in the DC area of that day where all the roads were closed.
So there's that right there. So I showed you guys the map and everything else. And that was a month before that date. So October 13th, then November 13th. Now this month on the 13th, which is like 12, 13-ish people reporting around that time. But now it's like full blown, everybody's talking about it. So I found that pretty interesting. So now it's like a cycle. So what I did find, which is pretty interesting, like everybody is saying at first, this is Project Bluebeam. I think that would be way too obvious. A lot of people already know about Project Bluebeam, and we can go over that. But I found something pretty interesting about these drones that we're talking about, right? So there's this guy right here. His name is John Ferguson. John Ferguson is the CEO of Saxon Aerospace. Okay. And he manufactures drones and he's government contracted. Now, what he says is really interesting. And it's a long video, and I'll paraphrase, but I'll play you a little bit of what he says, and I'll go over I'll sum it up for you guys. But check this out.
Hey everyone, my name is John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Aerospace here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm not normally a TikTok kind of a guy. I like watching this stuff every once in a while. But I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military grade unmanned aircraft, as you can see one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong, but I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion, and I've not bounced this off of anybody. So, if you think it's bullshit, whatever, that's cool. I don't want to spread misinformation, as we know that there's a lot of that going around. But anyway, back in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan had dismantled the nuclear program, and there were, with Russia, there were countless nuclear missiles that were disarmed and disposed of. Well, there were over 80, I believe. There were over 80 nuclear warheads that were in Ukraine that came up missing. Okay? We don't know where they are. Maybe somebody does, but nobody really knows where these are. And I speak with some pretty high-level government officials on this stuff, and it seems as though that is the case. So I spoke to a gentleman a few months ago who was trying to raise an alarm to the highest levels of our government, which they had their ears closed, about this one particular nuclear warhead that he physically put his hands on. He physically touched this warhead that was left over from Ukraine. And he knew that that thing was headed towards the United States. Okay? That is a very serious deal. And everyone knows that the United States government, this administration, is pushing to get into a war with Russia. We all know that. We all feel it. We all see it. Okay? Well, back up a few years. Do y'all remember when those drones were mysteriously flying across the Interstate 70 corridor from Colorado up into Nebraska, down here into Kansas, and out into Missouri? Well, it was believed that those drones were looking for radioactive material because there had been some material that come up missing here in the United States, and they felt like it was high probability that the nuclear or the radioactive material would be taken along the Interstate 70 corridor heading east or west or south. So from what we understand, they were out there trying to find this radioactive material. Now, drones, they have no reason to be in the air at night.
And that's a great point. And I had to stop it right there because drones, he was saying, and this is a professional, he manufactures drones. He says drones at night, it makes no sense unless they're heat seeking, but drones usually can't see at night. So these types of drones that they're deploying has to be looking for some type of heat or some type of material that gives off some type of gas or nuclear, resonance or something. But that makes total sense because all these drones we're seeing are at night. So it's not like we're seeing like these UAPs or UFOs during the daytime. It's always at night. All the videos I've seen, they're all at night. So could it be that these drones are actually looking for something? He's saying they're looking for nuclear warheads that was meant for us. He's saying that there's missing nuclear warheads from Ukraine that are possibly here, which could be a serious threat to national security. So that's a great point. Now, that's if these things are drones. Now, mind you, let's not forget, there's two types of drones we're seeing, if one is a drone. Now, one of them Now, here's the thing. Look. So here's what people are seeing, right? This is what people are seeing. So we're seeing that some shit that people don't recognize. Now, what's happening is that officials, U.S. officials, are sending their drones out trying to capture whatever this is. So one of them, we are seeing drones, and the other ones, obviously, we don't know what the hell they are. So another thing is that what's very interesting, Bacon Trophy X-user said this: these drones are right over this area. He might be telling the truth here. Now, this is a naval weapons station in New Jersey, which all the drones are flying over. So that would make sense as well. And this is another weird thing too. Its distinguishing feature is a 2.1 mile pier in Sandy Hook Bay. That's weird. Very eerie. But that's a great point too. So what are we really like dealing with here? Are these drones looking for warheads? Are these sniffer drones? Are these drones at all? Fake alien invasion, Project Bluebeam. Now, if you're not familiar with Project Bluebeam, let me refresh your memory. And I like to bring up something else that's pretty, maybe something you forgot. But let's go down the rabbit hole of what Project Bluebeam is. Now, this is popularized by Serge, how do you say his name? Monest. He's from Quebec, French Canadian, and he is known for popularizing Project Bluebeam, which is essentially a fake alien invasion. It challenges all religion, and basically it pushes us into a one world government. So this is what he, saw coming down the line a long time ago. And this is essentially pushed by, it says, replacing them with new age belief system using futuristic NASA technology and involving a fake alien invasion or fake extraterrestrial encounter meant to deceive nations into uniting under a world government. So that's what a lot of people were saying as well. It could be Project Bluebeam. And I'm reading all your comments. Warner Von Braun. Yeah, Warner Von Braun. You guys look into him. He actually, did you guys know that Warner Von Braun, he wrote a book and that he predicted Elon? I got to show you that book. His book was called, what was his? Was it called? What was his book called? Let me see. Yeah, look at this, you guys. Check this out. Warner Von Braun, on his tombstone, he has, he talks about the firmament and everything else. Yeah, Warner Von Braun right here. He was a German scientist, which from, you already know, which Germany. He predicted a man named Elon would conquer Mars in 1952 novel. What are the chances? Isn't it weird that Trump and Elon were both predicted in books a long time ago? Well before they were even into play or power? I mean, Elon wasn't even born at this time. Yeah, his book predicted a man, Elon, would conquer. Oh, it's called Project Mars. You guys, I feel like we're living in a simulation. It's wild times. But anyways, going back to Project Bluebeam and everything else, it's one of two things happening. I think either they want to distract us and keep us looking up. Like, come on.
Yo, look at that. Look at everybody in the highway right now. I don't know, bro. Ni idea. A mí no se mueve de ahí. Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, a lot of people are saying these are time travelers. So it's us from the future. I'm seeing so many theories, you guys, and I see all you guys in the comments. This could be a multitude of things, you guys. I don't take anything, I take everything with a grain of salt. Nothing at face value. Like, we have the DOD, you guys. How are we not shooting these things down right now? They're in our airspace. We don't know what they are, and we're not shooting them down. Trump said shoot them down like that now. But he's not in office yet, so obviously can't do it. Why aren't we shooting these things down if we don't know who they are or what they are? Doesn't that make sense? Isn't this a threat to national security right now if they're all over the United States and we don't know who they are or what they are? So we're not shooting these things down. Okay. Red flag number 1. 2, if they are UFOs, UAPs, or anything else, and we're still not doing anything about it, because we know now it's not China or Iran or anything else, we're not taking action at all. So that makes it more suspicious and makes me think that the government's behind it. Or they know exactly what it is because it is them. So I don't know. I just think that we're getting played right now, and that John Ferguson guy came up with good. I wouldn't say, I guess you could call it a theory, but he's saying that that's what it could be. Right? I see everybody in the comments. We're in here heavy. We're almost at 500 people. So what do you guys think is going on? Have you guys seen this? Anybody in the chat? Has anybody seen this in real time? Have you guys seen any of these UAPs in real time yourself? Let me know in the chat. So you guys said drones doing FAA required, strobe lights, not alien, holograms. Could be holograms as well. Sleeper cells activated. Interesting. Now, there is a U.S. patent right here, you guys. So this is a U.S. patent on a triangular spacecraft. Okay, a spacecraft, it says right here, spacecraft having a triangular hull with vertical electrostatic lines, charges on each corner that produces a horizontal electric field parallel to the sides of the hull. This field interacting with a plane wave emitted by antennas on the side of the hull generates a force per volume combining both lift and propulsion. This was filed back in 2004. And then the pub date was 2006. This is real. This is a actual U.S. patent. What does this look like? What does that look like? We have this in the U.S. patent office just sitting there? Like, how? And nobody thinks that this can't be the government, because if they have this technology, I would think so. Yes, and everybody can go check out this patent. This is the number. Look up triangular spacecraft. And then the inventor is John Quincy Sinclair. Wild times. So, if they did want to induce some type of Project Bluebeam type of thing, fake alien invasion, they already have the technology, clearly. So, and they have a lot of patents, you guys. Like a lot of patent, like even the patents with like hurricane control and whatnot. Like all this stuff can be looked up. And this right here has been debunked right here.
Ben here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing in the skies. But I guarantee there are so many people looking up and making those recordings because this
So this was actually debunked because this was actually a star that was pretty much reflecting off of something, and then like the way the camera captured it. Even the community notes. Let me see if I can find the community notes on it. There were some community notes on it, but that makes me leery too, because they're just trying to find anything and be like, oh, look, there's another alien sighting. It's like, this doesn't even look like what we're seeing. Like, that's not even a drone. They're just throwing shit out there. So now they're trying to get people riled up. And sometimes I feel like the news and the media just try to get people just, clickbait and everything else. But I feel like they're just, this is clickbait. Like, this doesn't even mean anything. That doesn't even look like anything. I think they're really trying to distract us from some other bigger shit going on, for sure. Because this doesn't make any sense. He had the most logical explanation. Could be a number of things, but I think, and look, here's another one.
Amigo, están muy cerca, son ovnis
Están muy
seguros.
cerca, claro.
Ovni asegurado.
¿Por qué? Van a 2 por hora, culiado, nos están filmando,
¿Qué 2 por hora? Van rapidito.
And funny enough, I don't want to get political, but isn't it funny, like all this stuff is happening right before Trump gets in office? I'm just saying. I just like to make observations. I just like to look at the whole landscape of everything. But it's just really funny that all this weird shit is starting to happen right before Trump gets in office. And that's the thing. I called it way before he got into, like, way to really before, probably I would say, he even locked up the ticket against Joe Biden. I said, if and when he does win, we're going to have some type of black swan event or some weird event that prevents him from being president. I don't know. But my opinion, this is a false flag event, you guys. I don't believe this. I'm sorry. Either way, if it's not that, they're trying to psyop us into this whole thing. This is one big psyop. Because this shit doesn't, it feels weird. And they're giving it way too much press right now. So anytime they have you looking right, look left, because that's the name of the game. Somebody said, "Where's Will Smith?" I don't know. Where? I don't know. I saw Will Smith talking about Diddy though. He's like, "Oh, I'm not part of Diddy parties." I mean, hey, I don't know who Will Smith is. I'm hearing they're finding nukes. Yeah, so that we just covered that. So I think that's the most logical explanation. I think that this guy might be spot on. He makes the most sense, and he said he already talked to some government officials, and I think the government just they're trying to cover this up. I think it's a cover up. So some people think it's a false flag. Some people think they don't. It's not. I don't know. I don't know. I really think that they're trying to either distract us, and this is just all bullshit, or the whole drone thing is that. But here's the thing, too, though. If these drones are sniffing out nuclear warheads, why bring so much attention if they're trying to sniff these drones out or sniff the warheads out? Wouldn't that make it even more obvious? Because that's the thing. Like, okay, now we have these drones sniffing out warheads. I mean, they're trying to cover it up, but the very thing that you're trying to like detour us from, you're making us pay more attention to. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't even know if this is even real. Yeah, half the shit I see online now, I take everything with a grain of salt because that doesn't even look real. But I think they got us right where they want us, you guys. Because here's the thing: say if that is real, how would we even know with AI and everything else? They can easily fake an alien invasion just with AI, just because we're seeing everything online. Think about it. How do we even know what's real anymore? And that's the thing. They want everybody scared. Do not be afraid. Let me be very clear about this. Do not be afraid of this shit, you guys. That's the main thing they want you guys to be, is scared. Do not be scared. This shit doesn't scare me. Either way, if it's real, not real, just be prepared. But don't be scared. I don't, and that's the thing. That's how they control you. That's how they make you sick. That's how they make you, cloud your judgment. Do not be scared. That's one thing you can't be. So, because most likely this shit isn't real. They're just doing a cover up. I don't think this shit is real. I don't buy it. They're saying that drones over the Capitol now. Oh, look at this.
They're hovering.
They kind of look wide too.
Look at the lights changing.
It is moving.
No, it's not.
It looks like it.
Yeah, but they're not moving. That's an airplane. Hang on.
Which one? The one closest to the Capitol building?
Hang on, let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that's an airplane.
But the one in the middle, that one.
That's an airplane. You can see it moving.
Yeah.
The one to the right, or over here.
The one behind the Capitol building is not an airplane.
Or over here. That's an airplane. Okay.
Yeah, over there is, but look at that one.
And I'm saying, like, when you look to the left of the Capitol,
that
those are not moving.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. They're here.
Can we go back in the car?
They're here, Ella.
Okay. What the heck?
I'm telling you that they're not moving.
So, do you guys remember the Illuminati card game? This game doesn't miss, you guys. I have to bring it up every live because the card game does not miss. All right. Now, let me show you this card game and which card this correlate with. Okay. So check this one out. Uh-oh, here we go. You guys ready? And there it is. Plague of Demons. So how is it that this card game doesn't miss? Can anybody tell me that? How does this card game not miss? It just predicted the CEO, United CEO of United Healthcare CEO assassin. I showed you that card. Now, the Plague of Demons. Because a lot of people are saying that this is not aliens, it's fallen angels or whatnot. But I feel like this is induced once again. And this is the next card that they're about to play. It's going to be some type of demon, alien invasion, whatever these beings are, because they're disclosing so much information now. They just had a hearing last month. Congress just released information. So, how is it that, once again, this card game didn't miss? So, I'm wondering what they're going to call these things. Either aliens or demons. Now, aliens will be under the jurisdiction of the U.S. government. Demons, something else. It's going to challenge religion. Well, I think aliens would challenge religion too. But what does that sound like? Project Bluebeam. In Bluebeam, they said it's going to challenge religion and pretty much force us into a one world government. So either way. Either way. Yeah, this card game doesn't miss though. This card game does not miss. And I showed you guys the other card with the assassin of United Healthcare. I pinned it right here somewhere. Let's see. Right here. And mind you, it looks not only just like him, right? But look what the card says. Things are getting so weird that not even the secret masters are sure what's going on. Unfortunately, this makes them grumpy, and they tend to argue a lot, slam doors, and destroy small nations. What are the chances? What are the chances? Come on, you guys. That card game doesn't miss. Card game doesn't miss. And mind you, there's so many other distractions too. You have Jay-Z's illegitimate son coming out saying stuff. Then you have LeBron stepping away from the Lakers, and then all this crazy shit happening, right? All at the same time. Then you have the ChatGPT whistleblower. He just unalived himself in his apartment. But here's the thing about whistleblowers. Why are they always offing themselves? Remember Boeing? Like 2 whistleblowers, quote unquote, just off themselves. He offed himself. What's the point of being a whistleblower if you're just going to off yourself? Isn't that funny how that works? It's kind of like a trending topic to be a whistleblower. I'm reading all your comments, you guys. If they're fallen angels, people should turn to God. The faithless can cling to denial. I'm seeing him right now. The drones in California. So they are in California. I've heard that. I got blocked by 2 South American YouTubers because I said these UFOs were drones. Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think they're. I mean, my personal opinion, guys. I don't think that they're drones. I mean, I don't think they're UFOs or aliens. They're gonna lie to us because if we didn't know who or what these things are, why is the DoD allowing this to happen all over the United States? We haven't taken action. We haven't taken action. Trump said we should shoot him down. And nobody said anything of the sort yet. And look, they're sending their own drones up right here.
Colorful, white blinking lights.
That is not a plane.
Definitely not an airplane, but what was it? Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones. Why do you think that is?
We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
Something they hadn't experienced until now. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that.
Yeah, this is BS, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. They're getting us ready for something. And I'm telling you, something's about to go down. It's not no fucking aliens, you guys. They're covering something up or about to unleash the next pandemic, which is some other shit. Because think about it. We had a pandemic. They can't run the same playbook twice. They're not going to run the same playbook twice. What they will do is some other shit that nobody's ever seen before, that nobody's ever encountered before. That's how you kick it up a notch. Throw something at them that they can't even anticipate. Because that's how you control. That's how you're going to control. They can't do another pandemic. Been there, done that. Somebody said to keep Trump out of office. Keep Trump out of office. That's one option. They're nuke sniffers. They're looking for nukes. It's very plausible right there. I think that it could be that as well. What I don't believe are these aliens. There's no way. There's no way that these are aliens. There's no way that these are unidentified flying objects. That's what I don't believe. So it's getting weird though, either way. And remember in Miami? Remember Miami at the mall? You guys remember that? So that was at the top of the year, right? That was at the top of the year. That was in January. Full circle. Here we go. Almost a year later. Here we go with the aliens again. Like clockwork. Why do you guys think they did that at that time? Everything's in cycles. So, and the weird thing about this too, they didn't have any other footage. They only had one singular shot from this point of view right here. Just right there. That was the only footage that they had, which I thought was weird. And they needed like 100 cop cars. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys said the Las Vegas aliens. When was that? Was that this year? That was last year, wasn't it? The Las Vegas aliens. There were so many like alien instances. I don't remember. Again, yeah, blurry. Yeah, blurry pictures, which is funny. When was the Las Vegas alien incident? Las Vegas aliens. Let's see. Let's see. Las Vegas aliens. Was that this year? I thought it was last year. It might have been last year. Yeah, that was last year. I remember in the backyard. Yeah, that was last year. 2023. Where they had the 10-foot creature and all that. I remember that. These fucking ads. But yeah, I remember. So they're going to keep running the same playbook. But here's the thing about Vegas, you guys, a fun fact.
I don't know. I'm so nervous right now. I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
You know, brother, we just
Did you see it?
Huh?
Did you see it?
Yeah, me and him saw it.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big. That's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
Can we go that side?
Weird. Just the fact that our part.
Yeah. So, did you guys ever believe that at all? Did you guys ever believe that whole story with Las Vegas and the creature? And I will say this about Las Vegas, though. Las Vegas has the most alien activity because obviously Area 51, but also that a lot of Nevada's land is actually owned by the government. It's actually the most government owned in the US. I think it's about 80+%. So now, whether that was real or not, you do have to look at the facts that, a lot of land in Nevada is government owned, which means they're doing something. They're up to something. We don't know exactly what it is. I want to say it's how much of Nevada land is government owned. I believe it's like 80%. Oh, yeah, I was right. 80%. And it has to be because of all the activity with Area 51. Let's see. It's actually number 1. 80.1. So there you go. And I've had numerous people tell me from Las Vegas that they've seen all kind of stuff. But what I think is happening, to be honest, especially when it comes to like Nevada and whatnot, they have this technology. They definitely have access to it. So when you're seeing aliens, quote unquote, you're really seeing probably government officials flying around in these spaceships, stuff that is highly classified. So I think that's what we're probably seeing. So I definitely don't think it's some type of Iran or China or anything else, but I think they're running a psyop on us. That's what I think. I think they're covering something up, and I think that we're in for a next pandemic. This is the next pandemic, you guys. Here we go. So, but anyways, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I see you guys all in the chat. Appreciate you guys for following through. Stay tuned. This is going to be some interesting times. 2025 is going to be very interesting, to say the least. And we're going to see what is in store. But make sure you guys follow me on X, Mav Approach on X. Follow me on Instagram, Maverick Approach. And I'll be on live tomorrow. So I'll be on a little earlier, actually. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.